Morning again. We're still working in this packet. It says 413 at the top. And I'm going to be in the third page, which is part of our phonics. So you turn to the third page and it says Gentle Giants. Go ahead and put your name at the top, writing in cursive, and that's always a good habit to get into. Let's read the story together, and it says, Gentle Giants. Our sightseeing boat floated deep in the blue waters of the lagoon. Within a short time, we spotted our first gray whale. This 40-foot giant was bigger than I could imagine. We were told they can weigh as much as 35 tons. We soon began to see one whale after another. The whales seemed very playful and curious. A friendly mother whale and her calf swam up to our boat to get a closer look at us. Suddenly, they dove into the water. When they burst up again, they spouted water. It felt like rain, and we got awfully wet. I learned that gray whales have 2 blowholes that help them to breathe. After seeing these beautiful animals up close, I understand why it is so important to take care of our oceans and respect all animals. And you can see that this was written on February 14th. You know what holiday that is, don't you? Okay, Gentle Giants is the title. And we can see here that they're talking about the whale, the gray whale. Seems like a nice animal. And you can rent boats, even out of Seattle, to go whale watching. You can't rent a boat to go shark watching. And why is that? Why do you think you can go whale watching, but you can't go shark watching? What's your thought? So I've seen some whales. Okay, I've seen even whales standing on the beach. I've seen a pod of whales swimming south. So why could you rent a boat to see whales? And why can't you rent a boat to see sharks? You probably already got the idea. Okay, whales are mammals, and they have to breathe with air. They can't just be like fish with gills, like a shark. He's got the gills, so he's got a whole different system of breathing. So sharks have to always stay in the water, but whales have to swim so that they can go pretty deep, but they have to be close enough to the air so they can get a nice good breath of air and go back down underneath the water. But they have to swim towards the top, so you can rent a boat to go see whales. Maybe someday you'll get to do that. Well, let's look back at our story and let's see if we can answer some of our questions. The first question is, our boat blank deep in the waters of the blue blank. So let's go back up to our story and let's begin reading. Our sightseeing boat floated deep in the blue waters of the lagoon. Our 2 answers are in that sentence. Our boat blank deep in the waters of the blue blank. Can you find those 2 answers? You're right. Our boat floated deep. So write floated in that first blank. It floated deep in the waters of the blue what? What was there that said it was blue? The blue waters of the what? Lagoon. Do you even know what a lagoon is? Isn't it a cool word? Lagoon. It's kind of like a little bay, a little area probably in the ocean here. Just like a little cove. So it was blue in the blue lagoon. That's where the boat was floating. So the first answer was floated, and the second answer was lagoon. And that completes number 1. Let's go to number 2. We soon spotted our first 40-foot blank whale. So in order to find that, we've got to go back up in our pink story. Within a short time, we spotted our first gray whale. This 40-foot giant was bigger than I could imagine. And 40 feet is bigger than our classroom, so that's pretty big. We soon spotted our first 40-foot blank whale. Can you find the word that goes in that blank? It says, this 40-foot giant was bigger than I could imagine. Did you find the word? Giant. A 40-foot giant. Is that what you came up with? Good thinking. So in number 2, in the blank, you write the word giant. And you know how to spell it because it's right in the story above, right even in the title. Giant. Move down to number 3. These gentle animals seem very blank and curious. So we have to go back and read our story some more. We were told that they can weigh as much as 35 tons. Do you remember what a ton is? 2,000 pounds. Now that's one big animal. Anyway, we soon began to see one whale after another. The whales seemed very playful and curious. Number 3. These gentle animals seem very blank and curious. What did we learn? The whales seemed very playful and curious. Good thinking. So write playful in that line for number 3. Move down to number 4. A gray whale can blank as much as 35 tons. What do you think that word is going to be? Remember in our story it said, we were told they can weigh as much as 35 tons. Weigh is the right word. Go up above and be sure you spell it correctly. That's part of your job. So spell weigh the right way. We learned that a gray whale is a very, very big animal. Good. Move down to number 5. A friendly mother whale and her calf swam close to our blank to get a closer blank at us. Okay, so those are the words we're looking for. Let's go back up into our story. A friendly mother whale and her calf swam up to our boat to get a closer look at us. Can you find the 2 words that go in those blanks? Now I'll let you work on your own for that one. Let me read it again. The question is, a friendly mother whale and her calf swam close to our blank to get a closer blank at us. And this is what it says in the story. A friendly mother whale and her calf swam up to our boat to get a closer look at us. Can you find the 2 words that go in number 5? When you do, write them down. And we'll move on to number 6. We got blank wet when the whales spouted water. Okay, let's go back up to our story. Suddenly, they dove into the water, and when they burst up again, they spouted water. It felt like rain, and we got awfully wet. Ugh! Can you find the answer to number 6? We got blank wet when the whales spouted water. Can you find that word? Let me read the sentence to you again from the story. When they burst up again, they spouted water. It felt like rain, and we got awfully wet. That sounds like it might be kind of fun. Okay, number 7. Gray whales have 2 blowholes to help them what? Let's go back up to our story. I learned that gray whales have 2 blowholes that help them to breathe. After seeing these beautiful animals up close, I understand why it is so important to take care of our oceans and to respect all animals. Can you find the last one? Gray whales have 2 blowholes to help them what? Why did the Lord Jesus create them with 2 blowholes? Now, all of the words that you have written either have a vowel pair or a vowel digraph. And that's why those special words were chosen from the story. Remember, in a vowel pair, there are two vowels side by side that say a long vowel sound, like AI in rain. That makes a long vowel sound. Or like EE in the word week. Those are called a vowel pair. They're always side by side, and they always say their long vowel sound. Now you think that would be always true in English, but you know English is a very difficult language, and so sometimes two vowels together, like in this word right here. Can you see what I wrote? Look, there are two vowels together, two O's, but they don't say their long vowel sound, do they? No, they don't say, you don't say loke. You say look, So they make a completely different sound, even though there's still two vowels. They do not say their long vowel sound. And when they don't say their long vowel sound, they're called a vowel digraph. And let me write that word for you. Digraph. D-I-G-R-A-P-H. A vowel digraph. And a digraph are two vowels, just like a vowel pair. They're two vowels, but they make a completely different sound, not a long vowel sound. So let's go back into our story and let's look and see. Okay, number one, remember the word, our boat floated. Can you find the vowel pair? What are the two vowels together that make a long vowel sound? You're right, an O and an A. Floated. That is a vowel pair. Can you circle it? Can you circle the O and the A? At the end of that sentence, you have the word lagoon. What are the two vowels together? You're right, the two O's, an O and an O. But they don't say the long O sound. You don't say lagoon. You say ooh, like moon and pool. So circle those two O's and know that those are called a vowel digraph. There's still two vowels, but they make a completely different sound, not a long vowel sound. So circle your two O's. Move down to number 2. We soon spotted our first 40-foot giant whale. What are your two vowels? Giant, an I and an A. They make their long vowel sound. So that is a vowel pair. Go and circle your I and your A. And move down to number 3. Now this one is tricky. Oh, you've got to watch these book companies. They're always just trying to trick you just a little bit. These gentle animals seem very playful and curious. In the word playful, can you find two vowels together that would say the long vowel sound? That's tricky. Be careful. Did you find them? You are right. It is an A and a Y. Can you believe it? A Y? What is that doing in there? I mean, aren't our vowels A, E, I, O, U? What is a Y in there for? Well, every once in a while, a Y is used as a vowel. So that's why they put this in, playful. Circle your A and your Y together, and that is called a vowel pair because the A has its long vowel sound. Move down to number 4. A gray whale can weigh as much as 35 tons. Our word is weigh. Can you find the two vowels side by side? Good, you're getting faster with this. You're right, it's an E and an I. An E and an I. Don't say a long E sound. You don't say the gray whale can wee as much as 35 tons. That wouldn't make any sense. It's way. And even though it has an A sound, it has to have a long vowel E. So it's a vowel digraph. So circle the E and the I together. Now, on the rest, you can work on those on your own. See if you can find the long vowel. If it says a long vowel sound, it is a vowel pair. If it says something completely different, it's a vowel digraph. Isn't that kind of a fun thing to learn today? Finish up your paper. Don't forget to put your name on it. Be sure you spell your words correctly. And Mommy can check later to be sure you did a good job. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.